Hello friends, welcome back. Today we'll look into a program which is to create an applet wherein there is a banner and the banner will be moving from left to right at an interval of 1 second. Um, what is the procedure for creating such an application? So you have to create a thread. So the banner will be executed by the thread and delay the each execution of program by 1 second. And for each execution of thread, shift the first character of the banner uh, to the last position. Okay. So this is the logic that we are going to apply, and we'll be repainting the applet. Okay. So this is how we'll be solving the problem. Okay, let me show you the code for creating such banner. So I'm importing package, so which is java.applet.star, because I'm creating an applet. I imported another package which is java.awt.star. Because I'll be using the graphics object, and herein I'm giving the applet tag in comments. And there are three mandatory attributes of the applet tag. The first is the code, second is the height, and the third is the width. So these three attributes should be there in the applet tag for sure. And the code will be holding the dot class file, so which is banner demo. So the file name is banner demo, and also the class name is also banner demo, and the height is 300 and width is 200. So 300 and 200 pixels. I close the applet tag and then I close the comments. Now I started writing my class, so which is a public class, and the name of the class is banner demo, so which extends applet. So we are creating an applet, so it extends applet and implements runnable because we are creating a thread. So I'm creating thread using implements runnable interface. You can also use extends thread, but since extends applet is used and only one class can be extended, so I'm implementing runnable interface. So the text that need to be scrolled from right to left, so I'm giving it in string MSG. So this MSG is the text that I want to scroll from right to left. Okay, so welcome to Java class by Sudha. So this is the string, and then I'm taking a flag which is boolean, which will be holding boolean value, so which will be true or false. If the flag is false, then the banner will move from left to right. Okay, if the flag is true, then the banner will stop. Okay, so the flag true or false will indicate whether the banner should move or not. Okay, and then I'm taking an instance of the thread. So I said thread t is equal to null. So I haven't created the instance of the thread. I'll be doing it in the start method. So then I said font F. Okay, so I'll be deciding on what kind of font I want. So I have given public void init method. Init method is the first method from where the applet will start its execution. Okay, so in the init method, so we'll be doing all the initializations required. So the initialization, so I'm just setting the background color to be cyan. You also can set the foreground color, but I'm happy with the black default color, so I'm not setting the foreground color, but I'm setting the font. Okay, so I said f is equal to new font, and this font will be taking three arguments. The first argument is the font type. Okay, so it is like I'm saying it should be Times Roman. Okay, then the second parameter is whether the font should be bold or it should be italics or it should be plain. So those are the static constants. So I'm using font dot, I'm referring it with the class name. And the last one is the size of the font. Okay, So I am asking the size of the text to be 50. Okay, so this is what I have done in the init method. Now the init method will invoke the start method. So I'm writing the start method over here. So which is public void start. So inside the start method, so I'm creating the thread. So I'm creating the instance of the thread. So I'm saying t is equal to new thread. So I created a thread over here, and then I'm setting the flag to false, because as I said, when the flag is false, then only the banner will move. Once it becomes true, then the banner will stop executing. Okay, so the thread will stop executing based on the flag value. So then I said t dot start. The start method will invoke the run method. Okay, so inside the run method, so the code the thread should be executing will be there. So herein I am taking an infinite for loop, because I want the text to move from left to right indefinitely. I mean, when I minimize this, when I minimize the applet, I don't want the text to actually move. Okay, so the banner to move. But else, whenever the applet is visible is in the visibility of the user, I want the banner to move. So that's the reason why I have taken an infinite for loop. And since we are making the text to scroll, okay, so the thread execution is interrupted every 1 second. So for that, we need the sleep method, because we are making the thread to sleep for 1 second. And sleep is a static method which will be throwing interrupted exception. So that's why you have to put it in try and catch, and it's a static method, so that's why I'm referring it with a class name. So I said thread dot sleep. Since it is there in the lang package, I don't need to import the lang package, because by default all the programs will be having the lang package. So 1000 milliseconds is equal to 1 second. So I'm making the thread to sleep for 1 second, and then I have written if flag is equal to true, then break. Okay, so this will make the the execution will come out of the for loop now. Okay, but the thread will not stop executing. So for that, we'll write certain code in the stop method. So this is the catch method. So inside the catch method, we are writing interrupted exception e, and then I am writing system.out.println, and I'm printing the error in case if an exception is raised. Okay, so inside the catch method, so we are writing system.out.println, or else you can also say print stack trace and all that. Okay, so this is the end of the run method. So now I am writing the stop method. Stop method will not stop your applet, or it will not release the resources. Stop is executed when you minimize your applet. Okay, and so when the applet is minimized, what happens is I am setting the flag to true. So when I set the flag to be true, what happens is the execution comes out of the for loop, but the thread will not stop. Okay, so thread will be running still. Thread will be holding all the resources and all that. So that's why I am actually stopping the thread also. So I said t is equal to null. Okay, and so this is the stop method. When you maximize, what happens is the start method is invoked, and again the thread starts. Okay, and again the run method is invoked. And now the paint method. So the paint method will be taking graphics object, so which is graphics g, and uh, g is the graphics object which refers to the part of the frame where you want to draw. Okay, the contents, the drawstring will be drawing on the graphics object g. So as I said, the logic is like we will be taking the first character of the text. So I need a char variable here. So I said char ch. Ch is equal to msg dot char at 0. Since the first position of the character is at index 0, so by using the char at method, I'll be extracting the first character of the string. So I said ch is equal to msg dot char at 0. Then after that, I am taking the rest of the string For that I'm using a method which is called as substring. So the substring will be taking two arguments, the starting index and the end index. So the starting index is 1 and the end index is msg dot length. Okay, so msg dot length will give the last index. And since now we got two strings now, the first character and the substring, now I am saying msg is equal to msg plus ch. So this character is added to the end of the substring. So now I am using the drawString method. So the drawString method is used to draw the contents on the applet, which will be taking three arguments. The first one is the string, which is there in msg, and the second and third are the x and y coordinates. As we know that the left top corner is 0 and 0, the horizontal is your x axis and vertical is your y axis, and I want this string to be displayed at 100 comma 50. Okay, so I saved the file as bannerdemo.java because this is a public class. So the name of the file and the class name should be same. So and also I just forgot to add the font. Okay, so I'll be showing you that. Okay, so I compiled the program javac and then bannerdemo.java. So no errors. So I'm executing the program. Okay, so I'm using the applet viewer to launch my applet. So applet viewer and bannerdemo.java. So you can see, friends, that the background color is cyan and also the text is not Times Roman, or it's not bold and all that, because I haven't set the font to the graphics object G. So herein I have to say G dot set font, and then F is the reference variable of the font. So I am passing F as an argument into set font. Now it will be bold and the size also will be as I mentioned. So I'm recompiling it again. So now I'm executing, launching it with the applet viewer. So you can make the difference here, friends, and you can see that the banner is moving, but it is moving a bit slowly because it's 1 second lapse. So to increase the speed, I'm reducing the time there. Okay, so I'll put it as 100 milliseconds. So near the sleep method, I have given 1000 milliseconds. So now I'll be giving 100 milliseconds. So you can see the effect that now the banner will be moving much fast. Okay, so you can see that the banner is moving in much faster than compared to the previous one. Okay, so that's it, friends. This is the program and the output.